Why does every guy cheat on you? Trust me, I know. How come girls always call you their friend? I can tell you. We'll talk about your strengths and we'll talk about emotions. Secrets of Birthdays, now live for purchase. Check out yours at secretsofbirthdays.com. So garden.
Hello, Officer Scorpio, and welcome back to Horoscopes weekly update from my webcam to yours. I'm Christopher Witecki, your host to the universe, and I'd like to host you down at my place, soulgarden.me, the happiest place on the internet, and now Fun Day Sundays, which is me releasing the horoscopes on Sunday mornings. You got to be a member at soulgarden.me, but they will be live as of now. I've been working my butt off to get on time, and if you can't make it down to the mothership on the weekends, we will be releasing on YouTube and on Blip on Mondays as usual, but on time. What a concept. So either way, it's win-win, I think, for everyone. And some notes. One, if you've won a GA service but you didn't want it on your phone, we now have GA email service. So come on down and subscribe. This is me coaching you. People don't know this, but I write every text message every day, every night, every email, every day, every night. And I write them for different varieties of things I'm looking for. So if you want to be guided, I'd love to be your little guardian agent and take care of you. Also, the Artist's Way, that's right. If you want to work through the Artist's Way, which is a fantastic book, by the way. I started it and never finished it. That's why you need Nikki Bright. She will do a book tour in 6 weeks. She will do 12 weeks of work to help you zip through the Artist's Way, step in your inner child. For more information, check out soulmart.me. Well, we're in Libra, the give and receive energy, and that is something we've been working on for two and a half long years. Saturn in Libra. Saturn will graduate Libra this week. It goes into Scorpio this week. And for Scorpios, it means you've been working on your inner faith. For Scorpios, whether or not you give or receive is based on a sense you have. You have a sense. Scorpios have one of the strongest sixth sense there are in all 12 signs. They use their sensibilities for everything, your psychic abilities. But if you've got fear and weeds clogging your senses, you can't do your magic. You ain't sexy out in the world. So for the last few days, as I was on hiatus, you've been working to clear your weeds, face your fears. Weeds are the issues that wrap themselves and choke the life out of you all the way back to childhood. This is what you self-sabotage with. This is what you do when you're drunk. Your weeds come up, okay? So we're clearing weeds. That leads to intuition and the ability to use our psychic abilities, and that stands into faith. When your intuition is always right, you have faith, all right? So, as we start off on Sunday with a chance of pissy for the Scorpios. Now, it was a pissy weekend period. The moon was full on Saturday. That was a full moon, making reality really grumble, not so much fun, and you're still feeling this way. The sun is ruled by Saturn, which makes us all kind of sharp, and it's time really to decide. Basically, you got to pay the piper. It's time to decide what weeds you're going to get rid of. Now, looking at the planets, like I said, we had the moon cross over Uranus and it was full. It was a bitchy full moon, a difficult one. If you've watched this, you made it through. Thank goddess for that. There's also a Bermuda Triangle going on, which is basically a fear triangle. On the one hand, you've got to change your life. You can't live this way anymore. That feeling of I can't live this way anymore, that's Uranus nagging you to change your life. And the thing is you've got to be pushing to change it on your own. If you wait, the universe is going to pull you. The sun, on the other hand, is you trying to have faith, clear the weeds, see what your psychic side says. So it's faith versus reality going on during the day. And then coming to a peak is Pluto, your home planet direct, which means you've got to think in a futuristic, open-minded thinking. You've got to think differently than you ever had before. So this is really the setup as we start the week. Also, Mercury is conjuncting Saturn, which is ready to graduate. It's on the tip of your ascendant, which means you're ready to kick some butt. Like Scorpios know that they're about to get the sword of Saturn and start cutting and crashing through things. But at the same time, that blade can feel heavy or turned against you. So your mind is really aware of the risks. And then this trine is also adding to the difficulty. Venus in Leo, you're at the same time trying to climb and get your power in your career, which I know you don't want to have to do it now, but Venus is saying let's do it. So all this career pull, but here's the thing. The more you innovate your life, the more you can own your career, own your legacy, and own the decisions you make. So this is the ballet as we start on Sunday. On Monday, it is sunny with a chance of some anxiety. Now, the moon is still in Aries, so you're hyper aware of your reality. Giving you the anxiety is Mars ruling the day. So that means it's time to take action, which means it's time to face your fears. For you, the action is at home with yourself. So it's not a career day, it's not a get ahead, it's not a kid's day. It's a day where you stay home and for once and for all, fight your fears, okay? You can I'll write you a note. Now, this soul pyramid is part of why there's so much going on. It's a dirty pyramid, but if you can take some time to meditate, you're going to find a shift in you this day. It unites your light. That's what a grand trine does. So the moon in Aries puts you very hyper aware, very in touch with the fact that you want to change your life and you're ready to do it now. Venus in Leo is the part of you that wants to do it through a career. So your ambition for a career is a part of it, but this is a change on the inside first. And Pluto is the new attitude. So you want to take the new attitude, the career direction, and your feeling of wanting your life to change, and you want to do something to change it. Okay, but at the same time, you must be killing a weed or fighting a fear. If you're changing your life and you're not simultaneously ending an old pattern, you really should be paying attention to the old pattern on this day. That's because of this. The moon opposing Saturn. So at the same time that all this is happening, yes, this is just Monday. Just keep watching. As the moon opposes Saturn, this is a moment of like, life sucks. Do I have the faith to change it? Can I? Will I? Can I? Will I? This is a moment of really, you just got to push and endure. So I'm not sure what this will manifest in, but because it is along the lines of life and death and faith, please don't do anything stupid on Monday. On Tuesday, it's 10 degrees. We're squatting. We're in chapter 2. You're past facing the weeds, and now you're just holding space in the new non-weed reality. So you're basically squatting. The moon is in Taurus, so you're sentimental, and Mother Earth rules the day. So as long as you can hold this space by tomorrow, it'll be automatic from the universe. Now, I do want to point out that Mars is on the tippy toes end of Scorpio. Mars has been in Scorpio for some time now. Given Scorpios the energy, this is why you've been so angry, this is why you've been pissy, short-tempered. That energy is meant for you to face your weeds, not yell at the bus driver. But this is saying, look, here's when do you act? You act when it feels right and your gut says so. That's what 27 degrees means. And the moon in Taurus means that you're feeling relationships and you're feeling marriages and all these certain things, but it's not about it. So be careful not to blame your day on someone in your life. Then on Wednesday, Chiron rules the day. Now this is a confusing day. This is a day where you hurry up and wait. Okay, there's not going to be any action on the earth. Think traffic jams, things like that. But if you do the work, you can heal. Chiron rules the day, which means you can restore integrity to our life. It's cloudy but feeling stuck is my prediction. And here's why. This grand square. A grand square is 4 planets in a traffic jam or in 2 oppositions. You're being forced to balance 4 areas of your life. It means no one goes anywhere because you're getting pulled and tugged everywhere. This is your inner child having to balance with your long-term relationships, having to balance with your ego, having to balance with your social life. So all these different areas. It's what I love versus what I'm supposed to be in the world. It is what I will stand up and defend versus who I will compromise for, and really what does that bring a balance to? Really your inner faith. The sun is focused on, after all, inner faith. So it's a day of finding your faith because nothing else will work, and you can do it the easy way or the hard way. Scorpio, is kind of up to you. Then on Thursday, Jupiter rules the day, so that's good. It's expansive, but Jupiter is retrograde. Our fortune planet is offline. Sunny and sentimental for most of the day because the moon is still in Taurus, and I think you're finally appreciating yourself and the people in your life after going through the hard karma. But Jupiter, like I said, is retrograde. And what this means is that the universe is not going to keep pushing you to change your boundaries, which I think is good news for Scorpios. Scorpios have not liked the universe telling them to get in the hot tub, get out of the hot tub, get in this way, get used to this, get used to that. Scorpios don't like being told what to get used to. So the good news is you don't have to get used to anything new, but the negative news, if there is any, is that there's not a lot of energy to try new things. So now you've got to muster all your strength to try something new if you come across something you want to try. So it does mean we deflate a little bit. Then comes Friday. Now Friday is the beginning of a wacky, weird weekend. This weekend will probably change your life forever. I kid you not. It starts with Friday. Uranus rules the day. It's a freaky Friday. Showers, chance of storms. I'm going to show you why, because so many things are happening. This is a holy shift. For one, Uranus rules, so you mean there's going to be a breakdown and there's going to be a breakthrough. That's part one of the story. Part two of the story, this trine. The moon is on top of Jupiter, which I just said went retrograde yesterday. So you're feeling an inward shift. So we're feeling like a vacuum. When Jupiter goes another direction, you feel the energy change. So we feel weird. That maybe triggers the breakthrough of inner faith. You might for 1 minute think, oh my God, I'm going to fail. This hasn't done anything for me. At the same time, Saturn goes into Scorpio, but 0 degrees. So Saturn is offline. Saturn is now out of Libra for 30 years. Hooray. But it's offline. Saturn is what helps us discipline ourselves. Mercury's offline. That's our mind. Neptune's offline. That's your inner child. What does that leave you with? That leaves us with everything offline and us just floating on a Uranus day. This is where the universe sets us up to succeed or fail, because God has taken off all the training wheels, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, and Neptune, and left us with the Sun and Uranus. And that means that your talent, what you've learned, you've got to walk across the slippery ice very quietly towards your inner faith and where you want to be. That's how I would probably define it. That's how I did define it. There you go. Then comes Saturday. Bing bong. Oh my God. Saturday is a real-time reality shift. I think that Saturday, people's lives will change whether they know it or not forever. So write this down. Write this date down. It's an experiment. I mean, I'm a young astrologer, and you got to do it for like 100 years before you're good. Cloudy chance of major transformation on Saturday. Let me explain to you why. Real-time reality crossing. Reality is in real time. Remember, all those planets are offline. Your home planet is moving forward. When Pluto's direct, it means things are dying and things are being born. This soul pyramid between your inner child, Saturn now in your ego, and the moon in Cancer, what you love and what you believe and who you are. What you love, what you believe, and who you are. What you love, what you believe, and who you are. There's no place like home, okay? This puts you in an emotional kind of tailspin, really. Venus is at 4 degrees, which is a volatile degree, which means there's going to be a reality shift. It'll probably happen from something you find out about your reputation or yourself in the world. But it's the emotional shift of this circle that I pointed out, this triangle, that makes reality kind of form around you. All right? This is why I think this is a real-time reality crossing. These only happen at the end of Saturn transits every 2.5 years. And then on top of that, there's a perfect opposition between Pluto direct in your house of thinking and the moon in Cancer, which is your beliefs. So think your mind and your beliefs forced to align while your emotions swirl in a circle, while something important happens in your concept of the world. This is the real-time reality shift on Saturday, and you're just going to have to write me and tell me what happens, because we're now in interesting no man's land. Of course, I'm a lot smarter this time, so I don't know. Then comes Fun Day Sunday, and it's just like that. Real-time reality is over, and it is now Sunday, and Venus rules the day, and I've got more horoscopes up, and you are sunny and I think spiritual on this day. The planets give us a yod, and basically, you can't write this stuff, but the Sun and Mercury are conjuncting in your sign, Scorpio, so you're starting to wake up. Venus and Virgo is you're starting to feel your place in society. And what this does is convince you that your life is changing. So I think Sunday's a very good day. I think you see evidence of your life changing. I think it is, you are on your way to ascension, kid. All right, Scorpio, that's all I got for this 7-day forecast. I'll be back on Fun Day Sunday in 7 days more. Don't forget emails now in GA. Don't forget Nikki Bright. Don't forget Full Moon Goddess. I mean, we are so here for you. Until next week, live, love, be.